$275 million, 240 million pound contract extension yesterday. After signing, he spoke to the media on his goals. Take a listen.
We're heading in the right direction, and I want to be the quarterback here. I want to bring a championship to Jacksonville. That's my goal, and I really know that we can accomplish that.
Brew, do you think Trevor can be a Super Bowl caliber quarterback?
He has not shown us that in his first 3 years. That's for sure. I will say this, though. I do think you can win a Super Bowl with him. I expect him to improve.
Well, then, so yes. So the answer is yes.
Nick Foles won a Super Bowl.
Okay, well, let's not use the Nick Foles
Joe Flacco
standard.
won the Super Bowl.
Go ahead.
But right now, he is not a quarterback that's going to carry you to a Super Bowl. Right now. Now, maybe he will become that in the future, but he's not shown us that yet. But the Foleses of the world, the Russell Wilson, even when he won his, and even a washed Peyton Manning, they had great defenses. He's got the offensive weapons. There's no excuse for him not to have a great offensive
for the
season.
second straight year, you love Gabe Davis more than anybody else.
But Christian Kirk, Gabe Davis, and they got Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah, I mean, they have a bunch of number 3 receivers.
Thomas Jr.?
Well, as a rookie, I think he will be good eventually. But I think I just want to follow up with you real quick. Right, like as far as carry you to a Super Bowl.
Right now, no.
No. Mahomes obviously is on that list. Stafford, I would assume you have on that list because he did it. Like, who is on that list that hasn't done it? That's my question.
Josh Allen.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar's on that list.
Absolutely. You can win. That can carry a team to a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
He's got a 75% win rate.
Yeah.
And yes, last year he seems to be taking slow and small steps towards there. He you know what I mean? He keeps going a little deeper and deeper into the playoffs. Okay. I think he learned a lot last year.
Joe Burrow, I would assume you have on that list.
Burrow's on there.
Okay.
And I would say probably C.J. Stroud and Purdy. Well, Purdy doesn't have to carry him, but you can win the Super Bowl with Brock Purdy.
But hold on,
he's proven that.
Is he in the Nick Foles category, or is
no,
he in the?
He's not. He's better than Nick Foles.
Right, but so
absolutely, he's a tier 2 quarterback.
Okay, all right, Danny, go ahead.
The big tier.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I love this show. I love you. I was the one who I think put you on to Trevor Lawrence way back in the day. My wife went to Clemson. Yeah, so like
you mean he didn't discover Trevor Lawrence when he was winning Gatorade?
I mean, I don't know. The guy played for Clemson, was undefeated national champion. I don't know anyone had to be put on to him. I was unaware.
I knew about him. He was competing with Justin Fields, best prospect in Georgia.
But go ahead.
6th grade, 7th grade. Here are. You love facts, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can we just show touchdowns against turnovers?
Oh,
sure.
He's done nothing yet.
I mean, if you add up the touchdowns, that's 69 touchdowns. If you add up the turnovers,
he has a fumbling problem.
That's okay, but I only gave you the fumbles
60.
lost.
Yeah.
That's 60 turnovers.
Right.
If I give you
It's
total
33.
fumbles, it's more turnover-worthy plays than touchdowns. And that carries over to his 2 playoff games where he had the 4-touchdown, 4-interception game, and then he was 1-1 in that game against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So it's a 1-to-1 touchdown to turnover ratio in playoff games. Yeah. This guy turns the ball over way too much to win big with. Maybe someday into the future, but you love evidence. There's nothing we've seen.
I'll give you the evidence. It's the same evidence
Clemson.
we had.
Yeah,
no, it's the same evidence. Wait to show it.
Here we
go.
It's
the same evidence we had
with
Josh Allen. Josh Allen, your guy's favorite quarterback other than Mahomes. Josh Allen had a really rough rookie year, showed flashes his second year, and then his third year looked excellent. Trevor Lawrence last year, before he got hurt, here is his numbers,
Selective
and we will. No, it's the first 11. What's up, Hubs? The first 11 games. Yeah, that's what it is. The first 11 games last year, he had the same record for you quarterback wins, folks, as the best quarterback alive and the league MVP.
That ain't awesome, Nick. 15-7? I mean, I'm sorry. It's not.
Hold on.
And you know Mahomes had a down year.
Right. I understand that. And this guy is 23 years old. When this season.
Brock Purdy's numbers destroyed those.
Brew, hold on. Do you actually think the Niners would rather have, if the salaries were the same, would rather have Brock Purdy than Trevor Lawrence?
Right now, Brock Purdy is better than Trevor Lawrence. Oh. He has been better than Trevor Lawrence.
He has a better statistical resume. But who is the better player?
Right now, Brock Purdy.
Okay.
See, no, I don't.
I'm just looking at
All right,
facts.
that-
Hold on, you were the facts guy a minute ago.
I know.
Brock
but
Purdy has played better than Trevor Lawrence thus far.
Brock Purdy
Situations matter.
Brock Purdy, because the question is, can he carry you to a Super Bowl? The Jags would be better off with Brock Purdy than Trevor Lawrence?
All I'm not looking at hypotheticals.
But-
I'm looking at right now.
This whole thing is hypothetical.
Right now, who
Drew,
has played
I
better
gotta tell you
at
something
quarterback?
real quick.
It's June.
There is not another game that's going to be played in basketball or football for 2.5 months.
That's why
the
we
whole
going
show's
what they've done.
hypotheticals.
No,
It's
Brock
looking
Purdy
forward.
has played better than Trevor Lawrence so far.
Right.
Situations. I mean, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers situation.
Yeah, so we discussed
I mean,
it.
I'm just saying, Brock Purdy's played better so far.
That's okay.
No,
We'll
he's
see how it
been
goes.
better so
We'll just
far.
see how it
We'll
goes.
see.
Through, and people criticized him.
Well,
like
NBA
that
is a lot different.
Like,
You know that.
yeah, you have a whole series as opposed to
But
come
one
through on this
guy,
drive.
you know, makes
But
more of a difference.
this is the other thing. If we're going to keep just talking about Josh Allen in these terms, here's what I would ask. Can Josh Allen, for the first time in 4 years, have an awesome season throwing the football? Because here are the numbers. It is not rookie year, not second year. 2020, awesome, he's arrived. Those are his league ranks these last 3 years. And the way everyone gets around talking about this is they're like, man, he has 27 one-yard touchdown runs. I don't care.
He is a great runner, though. That's a part of it.
How
That's
is
a
that
part of
not
it.
a relevant?
Right. That's a part of what he does.
It is a relevant stat, but it does not justify 23rd in completion percentage, 16th in passer rating for a guy that is talked about as the second best quarterback in the league. So if that is the case, then he needs to do what Joe Burrow has done, what Patrick Mahomes has done, what those guys that he's compared to, which is go on a deep playoff run for a winning league MVP.
Sure. He's not my number one favorite. But yeah, in those numbers, that's about what he does, about 35 touchdowns when he's healthy. I'm sure he's got a chip on his shoulder because even though he's still recognized as a top quarterback, it feels like he's kind of off the radar.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough
right
rushing
now.
touchdowns like Josh Allen.
Or how about enough games played? I mean, he didn't hurt too much. So I think he comes back hard, and, you know, there are going to be some changes next year. And so, or next season after this one. So I think he's looking forward to having a great year. But I think Mahomes should be the favorite. I think Allen should be second. Lamar just winning it. He's going to be behind him. CJ probably behind Burrow. McCaffrey and Purdy cancel each other out.
Oh, they cancel each other out.
I mean,
what
they
do you mean?
When you got two MVP candidates on the same
it drops
team,
them down
they
the list.
cancel each other out.
You're so
I
Brew
got
is
him
the fakest Brock Purdy fan.
No, I love
Brew
Purdy.
just
Iowa
disagrees
Mafia.
with me on Purdy, but he actually agrees with
just
me.
because I like Purdy, think he's very good. You
said-
want me to put him in the top
Well,
tier?
I mean, you
Not yet.
said he was an
Gotta see
MVP
more.
candidate last
Gotta
year
see-
and
well,
think
he
he'll be
was.
better this year, but let's say
That
on
was a
Burrow.
fact.
So here's Danny, my answer is no. And that is despite the fact I think Burrow's second best quarterback in the league, and it's because I think we've ruined the MVP award. I think it is now, because last year, if you remember, it was just like, oh, this guy's the leader, but then this week on Sunday Night Football, he could lose it to this guy, and it became
last year was bad.
It
for
became
MVP
something
discourse.
of who has the best record, who's their quarterback, and Lamar ends up winning it, which is fine. It
Well, you
felt
don't
to
want
me
that,
but
Well,
I
you
just
think it
don't
was
think
that?
I don't think the Bengals are going to have a good enough record for Burrow to be eligible in the eyes of the sports media. So I think he could put up those numbers, Brew, but I think because of the division and because I think that no one in that division is winning more than 11 games max and maybe 10 because they beat each other up, that
What
none
about
of
the
those guys.
narrative?
But
He's
that's
got the narrative.
But that's what would allow him to do it if he, instead of winning 10 or 11, he actually did get to 13 in that tough division. Because if he plays, they win, and he puts up MVP-esque numbers. He's done it twice. These are the numbers. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. Both of those
When
seasons.
he's healthy, that's what he does.
Right. I mean, he's played 4 years. He's been healthy twice. Those numbers are in the MVP conversation, and his team wins a bunch of games. So I don't think it's beyond the realm of possibility that he plays 17 games, has a career statistically, they win 12 games, and he's the MVP.
And you wouldn't agree that he has a narrative. I think Mahomes has a narrative too if he has a great numbers. But Burrow's got a narrative.
I think he definitely has a narrative. And again, I've been calling him the second best quarterback in the league for 3 years.
Yeah.
I just think that the award became really touched too hard by the quarterback wins stuff, and I don't think the Bengals are gonna. I think 10 wins could be a good season given their schedule, given their division, and I don't think you win an MVP.
I think you're saying that because Purdy was in it.
Well, that's part of it.
His numbers are great too, though. His numbers are
Speaking
great.
of future
Deserved it.
MVPs,
Oh my God.
the Prince.
Oh, really?
Next, yes.